Hello, hello. Oh, there we go. There we go. Hi, it's me. Yes, Omega is live. All right. I got I got my trusty companion, Bobby, my cat. Yes, he loves me. No biting. You know that? No biting. Live from Omega Studios here in Pahrump, Nevada. Is that you? You burped, didn't you? I know you did. Blame all your animals on your burping and whatnot. I gotta advertise now. Oh boy. Okay, I gotta advertise. All right. I usually share it. I'm able to do fake book, but I'm not able to do. Sorry. All right. And then I got share X. Oh, I love X now. Twitter sucked. I did not get along with people on Twitter that well. I do not know why. When it switched over to X, it got more positive. I don't know. I, my kitty. I'm broke this week. One of my friends was live on the channels, and I was very happy for him. So I stopped by. Hey, I hope you're doing good. And he mentioned cats, and that's what I got. Yes, people had it right. Yeah, right, Bobby. Oh, I got his favorite catnip. He's like, oh yeah, yeah. I have my own catnip. There we go. Okay. So I tried a different wig, and it was my male character wig that I like to go with. And no, I will not be wearing that. I like the Rosanna Dana. This is like the Rosanna Dana wig that reminded me in God darn it, it is gone. Where'd it go? Oh, there it is. It's on the floor. Here. It's the Rosanna Dana wig. So yesterday at work, I was complaining about my stomach. I've been exercising, and yeah, it's like Hi, I'm the Snaker Lady. Yeah, we think I got kicked off the internet, you know. I guess you're certain names you can have and certain names you can't have. And well, Gang Bang Greta is not what they consider a good name to have for like a scream name for, you know, asking your bank help. Gang Bang Greta is not what you want to have. You want to have your original name, you know. Yeah, so it's a snake lady. I'm back. Got my hair. There you go. That's right. Ready to put in comedy and make you happy. Now I gotta go on my other one, which is TikToker. There it is, something else. They're a little more boisterous. You can't smoke anything on there. My friends at work been talking about joining a gym. I go, we haven't had OT in forever, and I'm dying out here, dying, dying, dying. Oof, I can't afford a gym. I do mine at home. Yeah, I gotta take my little kitty's girlfriend I washed. Yeah, my kitty's girlfriend's. Don't look at me that. You've been taking your girlfriend all over around the bedroom. That's right. You know it. Oh, you're good kitty. He's like, that's it. You had enough. Okay. All right. Go on TikTok. TikTok.
I got something coming up. Something kind of big.
Oh, hello TikTok. This is Snake Lady. That's right. I'm also live on YouTube as Omega Forever. Pahrump, come and see me. You can join. Oh, let me put that out there. Pin that. Please help me with my roses. That's right. Please help me. If anyone helps me with my roses, I will look and sing about making t-shirts that say Snake Ladies Minions. You all want to be Snake Ladies Minions? Help me out. That'd be nice. Give me some roses. So I'm right now. I said, I haven't been able to get OT at the chicken factory in a bit of a time. So I've been kind of bummed out about that. And it's been like a bummy thing. So here I am. I'm doing my comedy at Omega Studio in our location, our secret location here in Pahrump, Nevada, to bring you, to make you laugh, to make you think that you are not the only one going through any problems. I'm going to kill my cat. That's right. Come here to Pahrump, Nevada. All right. Now, we all have our wonderful, dating things, and we want to be, with someone, and I get all kinds of messages. Hello, beautiful. Oh, love. You all guys just, you know, uh, I've been dating a guy, and my friends say that I should be opening my heart to just other dates, and I said, well, I'm just such a busy person. I work a lot. I do. I work a lot, and you see, Snake Lady, she actually has a job besides her emporium. Yeah, grandma, she sells her her panties because she's a wild lady. You know, of course, they think they're getting some young 18-year-old, but of course, if they knew they were getting someone as old as my grams, they'd buy that from my emporium. But what they don't know don't hurt. That's my figuration. What they don't know don't hurt. Yep. I do. I love having um, my coworkers are unique bunch of people. Yeah, I got thing one and two. They're just like they're just there's like Dr. Seuss in a sense. You got to think small town. Dr. Seuss. Not they're yeah, they're like thing one and two. It's hilarious, and I do enjoy working with them. Yeah, it's hilarious to watch them. It's like watching redneck at its finest. They told me they knew 101 ways to do uh, duct tape. I got my dad was like the king of redneck. You kidding me? I look at them. I know more ways to deal with duct tape and fix stuff. And you sitting there acting like you're Jesus Christ, please. Of course, they tried to prove their point, and I duct taped them, and they had to get out in half an hour because that was their lunch break. Yep, duct taping's the best thing to do to coworkers. It teaches them well, especially the new ones. Okay, we all know a lot of people will tell other people go in their basement and take the elevator that don't exist to the basement that don't exist. Same thing. You just deal with the snake lady instead, and then you can deal with the basement that don't exist and all that. Envelope tape. Oh well, I am. You're an envelope. Oh boy, your message. In other words. Well, I'm live from Pahrump, Nevada, over in Omega Studios here, and I would like to have you forget your problems. Oh, that's a wig. It's a wig. It's not shitty. It's a little town. Live Pahrump, it's like almost live from New York, but it's a little bit smaller, like a whole lot smaller. It's like a little drop in the bucket, but it's okay. It's a small little town, and they have uh, same problems as the city, but a little bit smaller. So we have our neighbors next door. We want to laugh. We watch our neighbors next door on our video. They do crazy stuff. Crackheads will do these things and they won't tell people. They think that they're acting normal, but everyone's laughing because they're going back and forth and they picked up the same bucket and put it in three different areas, not to clean or do anything, just to move it around the yard, because I don't know, they're doing drugs and they're going, woo, pick up the bucket over here, do do do. We're going to wash the wood with the imaginary non-water, and then just moving the bucket around. That was funny. Yep, we've been watching them on our videotape, and it's funny. Yeah, I need to start putting some music up on there. They make me laugh because they don't realize, and it's sad when you have neighbors. They're renters. We don't rent. We're not turds. We're not renters. Renters are the people that they're not hardworking. Most of the time, they're dealing with problems on their own. So let's take a moment of silence and pray for neighbors next door. I'm thinking of which God to pray to, because good Lord, I mean, Lord will take care of them. Dear Lord, please take care of my asshole neighbors. Smite them really good. I want them smited real good. I want the mighty smitey to get my next door neighbors. I don't want no more neighbors next door. Cause you see, I want neighbors that rent, that are hard working and don't sell drugs. I just tired of that, Lord. So please smite my druggy neighbors. Amen. All right, we smited my druggy neighbors. I should be happy now. All right, we said our prayer. This is our Monday, and I hope I slept most of Monday. I get home at 6. I jump in that shower, and I am clean as a whistle. And then I go and sleep. I was tired. I get my Hello Fresh. I'm not paid, to get it. I just get it because I like something good. I have no idea what kind of drugs they sell. I don't go next door to find out. I don't know. No, I had a bunch of coffee to keep me up because I got up really early in the morning, and I end up having the bathroom thrown. So I don't drink. If I'm in to meet someone or whatever, I don't drink coffee unless I'm to stay home. So yeah. Uh I don't know what kind of drugs. All I know is, well, that was coffee drugs. I drink a different type of coffee, and usually it's like almost like a freeze dried instant coffee. It doesn't bother me as much. Actually, I prefer tea. It doesn't, if the acidic, it's the acidity from coffee's been bothering me and causing me to have horrible heartburn. That just is horrible. So I've been talking about, because I'm here live on my YouTube channel, and we're explaining, certain things that bother me. You get older and things bothering you. Well, all of a sudden, coffee was bothering me to the point where it just was like, oh my God, it hurt. And I go, my doctor said, I could give you medication for that. I go, I just quit coffee. I don't need medication. I don't need medication for that. if you got to get medication to take your coffee, that's pretty sad. I told him that's the only thing that's causing it. I know what's causing it. And, I found some, coffee from my favorite spot, and, yeah, I smelled the coffee getting, oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. And then I had some, and then, oh, Lord, I was like an hour and a half on the toilet. I was like, I really need my coffee, but not that much. There's other things you can drink. And that's why I say tea is good. Tea's good when you get older, though. A lot of things bother you, and you got to quit taking them. But we all have to. Doctors go, hey, we could just give you a pill and you can eat whatever you know. It's okay. Maybe my body's telling me not to eat it for a reason. It's the acidity. It's acidic. It doesn't work with me no more. But boys, it work well if you really gotta clean yourself out, boy. Snake Lady says, go and use your coffee. I have Bobby sitting right next to me. He's just a love muffin that I love very, very much. And I just love him. He's my little sweetums. All right, that's enough sweetums. All right. Oh, you get a new, yeah. He's my kitty. That's right. And he's pretty cool. Right now he's acting all I'm being yesterday he was romancing my bed covers, weren't you? Yeah, he was mad I washed his girlfriend and he didn't get her for a whole day. So I washed, yeah, he usually goes behind me and humps my bed. My kid gets more action from my cat. I don't get no action, at least not here. You know, I the only man I'm going to bring here is my future husband. Okay, Brandon. He hasn't contacted me. I don't know where John is. I said I'm live from Pahrump, Nevada. Yes, I have a cat, Bobby. Oh, you sleep in 10 minutes? Boy, you have a good nap. All right. Mr. Nav. Oh, all right, well, never mind. Yeah, next to I said leave Steph on. Yeah, leave me on. Leave me on. Oh, so you can hear her in your dreams. Oh, that's so nice. Yeah, I try to be good on here. No smoking anything on here, but I do have the wonderful. We're going to bring this in. The talking pickle. We're going to ask it yes and no questions. So, am I going to, am I going to find a new love?
There's nothing I can tell you that your heart hasn't.
Oh, God. I want yes, no. Well, my heart has told me that it's not over with Brandon. I did, but I'm going to be honest. I haven't heard from Brandon, and I know he's mad that I don't look at his idea of being on, you know, being on his, what you call, OnlyFans. I just can't do that. I lost it. It will cost me more this time, and I lost out. I'm going to be honest. I'm not a spring chicken. I'm the snake lady, and snake lady don't do too well on OnlyFans. It's just one of those things, and that's just the way it goes. Yep. So I usually go on here for about an hour between 6 and 7. Sometimes I need an hour's nap, and that's just the way it goes. I don't go on here on Thursday. It's too hard. I do my errand running and I get things done. So I don't have time to go back on here because I'm beat tired. I'm only going to work on a Friday with 5 hours sleep, and I am just pooped. Uh, I hope the chicken ranch will. I hope the place I'm working at, will get automatic. Put your stuff in automatic. That'd be nice. So let's ask it. Will I get extra money that will take over the money that I lost from the 8 hours of over?
I think of 100 reasons this is a terrible idea.
Oh, I get overtime money replacement this week.
I'd say so.
There we go. Please help me. Please help me with my. There we go. I would enjoy help me with that. So let's see. Will I get my rose gold?
You already know the answer to that.
Oh, you are some bitch.
As the pickle's destiny is being jarred, minds are positive.
Oh, that sounds wonderful. Woo-wee. Oh, that sounds wonderful. Well, you asked everything. I'm glad you leave your phone on to listen to my voice. I do converse still with Brandon. I will not go on OnlyFans because I'm just going to be honest. I I don't know what's going on with my life, and stuff, but I did do OnlyFans a long time ago, and it was a scary time. I needed. My daughter has a friend that still comes and visits. I hear her. That's why I was listening. I was listening for Rachel. Rachel, is that you? Oh, no answer. I don't know if they have a. This was cute. The yes note's a little pick on. I'll take it to work and tell people I'm going to ask the pick on. We'll have fun with that. I found a way to use my vape while I'm on here so I don't get in trouble. Good Lord, I'm over here. Hi. I'm on YouTube. I'm also on, of course, as goddess middle finger in over here. on TikToker. So, and then TikTok, I'm over here on YouTube as Omega Forever Pahrump. So, yeah, this is a great thing to take to parties. You can, have like a whole thing, you know. And does the boss think I'm a good worker?
Truth will set you free. That would be no.
Oh my Lord. I think you're lying, Pickle. They know I work hard. And the Pickle lies. Just a big fibber. So I'm not a big drinker. I don't party. I work hard. But I went home. I was just plumb tired. And I go and I see my kitty, and I love my kitty. I think my kitty is pretty cool, and I love her and think she's all wonderful. But good Lord, Bobby's just something else. He'll love you, but boy, if you don't give him his little snack, I got a thing where I come into the door and I give him little snackers every so often, and I give him his catnip. I ordered 2 of these. I didn't think they were so darn. I This is over almost 2 months. So I've just been pouring it for him, like, ooh, a little bit here, a little bit there. He just loves it. Oh, he loves his little kitty nip. Oh, yeah, he's a spoiled little guy. Oh, he's my little man. I mean, I tell him he got to keep me safe when I sleep. I go, keep your mama safe when I sleep. So, yeah. All right, let's ask it. You guys want to ask it a question? Rachel, is everything all right? Okay, just checking. I'm doing this week, Carrie. Yeah, it's just more or less busy, and uh I was lazy this weekend. I just felt a little bit on the lazy side, but I did do my laundry. I did want to clean when I got home, but my body said, "Ooh, you're just in too much pain. You need to take a shower, smoke your weed, and go to bed." That's what I did, so I can get up all fresh and wake up and do my show. Because then when I don't, get enough sleep, I can't do my shows. That's why I don't show up here. I can't show you, my Mystic Pickle. I can't sit there and tell you about, my cat driving me nuts, or my neighbors, they're the thievers. They like the light. So next time they do something bad, I'm going to, I got another little planners on them. I'm going to have classical music. I hope they like Mozart, because I'll be playing Mozart to my next door neighbors who are big druggies. They're just, doing their drugs, moving their pretend cleaning. I swear to God, it's nothing but dirt out there. There's one guy, he's pretending to clean. I'm going, oh Lord. Uh, if it wasn't that they stole, I'd have them over my house to really clean. But hey, uh, that's the way it goes. I'm going to go and put an incense. This is not, I'm not smoking or nothing. That's more or less because, I don't want the TikTokers to think that I'm lighting a cigarette. This is just an incense. Ooh la 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 la. Yes, I'm just going to hope for. Wow, that's just a cool light effect. There we go. That's nice. Look at that. Put that over here. I hope that you are enjoying this and stuff. I do enjoy that. My next door neighbors are druggies, and their doggies killed. They walked from my from their place. They didn't just dig underneath and get them. They went and walked from their driveway to my chickens and killed them multiple times. And they told me it was not their problem, it was my problem. For their animals got into my chickens. So I said, you all bring your dogs over here. I'm going to shoot them fuckers. I'm going to shoot your dogs. I will buy a gun. I will shoot your dogs. Don't push me. Guess what? Their dogs quit coming over. They figured that we were talking the truth because we weren't joking. No, we're going to go and take a gun and we're going to say, hey, we feel threatened. You got a dog that's growling and not being nice. Well, obviously, he doesn't want to live. This is the second, third, fourth time. I think it's time that you're, as an owner, don't want to be an owner to this dog because obviously he's coming over. He's with your blessing. You're not keeping him contained. So we called them a bunch of times and they don't have their dogs no more because I wasn't the only neighbor. I was like the third or fourth neighbor to get, and I'm like, oh, thank you. Hi, Terry. Hi, everyone. Hi, Suzanne. I'm the snake lady. Yeah. So you ever been fished? I have. You go on. I had friends that I knew for 3 years. I'm thinking I'm talking to this person looks this way. Just saying, when you're married or with someone, I don't care how someone will you be bloated as a big bloated work hog, and I don't care. You could be so big that you can't get out of your house. I don't care. I'm not judging. But if you're dating, you men need to tell somebody when you become a big dog and you mastermind a picture from the 50s and you take a picture of that and you put in stuff from the 80s, you make yourself a good 20 years younger, and then that person comes over and go, where the hell did you eat my boyfriend? Literally, I thought he ate my boyfriend. I thought, Jesus Christ, that guy is just huge. Whole new couple zip codes. I'm like thinking, my friends used to joke about me getting, I got fished so many times. They used to say that they were going to buy me a fly fishing kit. That's how often they said. They all thought that I was a fly fisher. Yeah, I was a fisher queen. I swear. Last time I said, oh shit, I gotta ask a little more questions like, do you live on Skid Row? I do not date guys on Skid Row. No, it's dangerous. Nope, nope, nope. I had a guy with an ankle bracelet, and he said, well, what did I say that was wrong? You're on Skid Row. You all, no. Snake Lady don't date the guys that are, yeah. Especially if you got ankle bracelet. Y'all know that. And then you're telling me hey, I'm a drug dealer. That's what I deal with. Oh, well, your prime. Oh, it's like, oh shit. I got old things I didn't want to get. Yeah, don't go buy a book by its cover. You gotta look and meditate and ask a lot of questions like, do you get extra jewelry? Is it police issued? If your jewelry is police issued, yes, I went on a police issued jewelry. Yeah. He looked hot as hell, though. You know what? It could have been some good hot sex, but I just thought, oh, you just so crazy. No, you're not. When someone tells a story and there's like pieces missing in it, like big ones, like, okay, you have just said you had $250,000 that you're sitting on, but you're keeping quiet. I'm like, you know what? You can keep that $250,000. And you can stick it up your prison pocket and light it up and go because you lied to me about so much stuff. I'm sure you're lying about the $250,000 that you do have. The digs you're living in, that's you living in, were so scary that, and let's just be honest, Snake Lady smoked some good Zaza, and I was praying to God that I'd just make it right on the road, and it's the heavens opened up. I went and there was just enough of traffic that I made it home all right. I was like, oh God, the guy was so mad. He was mad that I didn't want a drug dealer boyfriend. I said, a with a Nevada state issued jewelry. I'm like, you all just one crazy guy. I couldn't deal with it. Oh nope, 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 nope. So out, I ended up having to rebuy a pair of glasses because I didn't even see my glasses. I said, I just don't want to deal with that. That's right. Oh, let's see who the other guy. Besides, the other guy was like huge. The other guy, he decided his girlfriend got finally mad at him. Well, his wife, she divorced him because he just didn't know he really didn't know anything other than selling dope. I mean, that's the only job that he knew. That was it. And I really believed him. And I really didn't want a boyfriend that was selling dope. Yeah, they make a lot of money, but they end up being a target. And it's not as, I just knew. You gotta have a different job thing I wanted to tell him, but dealing with somebody and they don't quite get it. Yeah, well, anyway, they let a lot of the dogs loose and they did a lot of damage. And me and my roommates and my neighbors called on the next door neighbors' dogs because my I have a neighbor that gets her young grandkids across the street and stuff, and then you got dogs just running loose, and they're like, "Hey, these are different dogs," you know. It just made a lot of the neighborhood feel unsafe, and they were calling on. I keep my when I had Callie, my dog, I loved her. She just looks like a ferocious dog. She's a purebred. I got her free. No, she's a what you call it, a boxer. She's a big fat boxer. She just loves to eat. She's food oriented and the most loving dog I ever had. But I had to let her go to my ex because I couldn't afford in the divorce to feed her. So yeah. So I went through a lot. I've been fished. Like I said, I went on a date with a guy who told me he's just getting his feet. Let me be honest, guys. You all don't need to be looking for a relationship if you had just got out of a relationship. You have a state issued kind that the police put on. If you have that, you do not be looking for a date. You need to get your shit together. I don't want to date someone with some jewelry like that. And I just thought to myself, you just no way. I don't want to deal with someone like that. He said the only thing he wanted to worry about was having, getting, he all wanted to be a drug dealer. he didn't want to deal with Nevada. And I'm like, well, okay. He's going to move with his mama, and he's talking about his mama. And I'm like, oh, he's a good mama boy. But I'm looking at his ankle bracelet. You did not tell me you had that jewelry. If I would have known, you knew I wouldn't have driven out here over to Vegas from Pahrump. That's on my time. My time's special. You didn't think my time was special? Oh, Snake Lady was pissed. I left. I told him I didn't find him attractive. I didn't find him attractive because he was just lying. Somebody just been tattling on me. Maybe that's why. I'm going to go and let you guys go, and maybe I'll go live when you all can learn. All right, I'm back here. Woo. I'm doing a new rule for TikTok. When someone complains about me, I just go off being live from them. That me less time. There's people who get triggered on stupid shit, and I don't know how to say, look, I'm just tired of you playing the games. Good, I'll go. Bye. Yeah, I'm gonna go live here. TikTok is triggered, and yeah, I get it. I get you. A person may feel uncomfortable about stuff, but I think they should put age restrictions on there and say to people, hey, if somebody doesn't care for what I'm talking about, then they should have that. Oh, I'm on two. When I go on here, I'm on two different. I go on TikTok on my phone. It's on the side you don't see, and I go on here that you do see. Yeah. Aw, there's my kitty. I brush him too. He likes to not feel. You're so handsome. Oh, my handsome Bobby. There we go. It's my cat. He's such a good. He does. You know what? I'm going to be honest with you. When I was alone without my cat Bobby, it made it a lot harder. But when you have another being or another animal that is dependent on you to, you know, take care of them, feed them, it makes you feel, that for me, it's the mother instinct. No, I wasn't the kind of mom that we go, oh, yeah, you got to get good grades. I just wanted my kid to go to school and not fall asleep. My son was he was smart enough to go to school, fall asleep, and do their tests and ace it and piss off the teacher. So the teacher, this guy, was just bitching to me. Gee, I let him go through his bitching, and then I told him, I go, I got a dad who's a lawyer. Yeah, I know what you're doing. You're playing the game like my kid's stupid. All the state wants him is for their money is to have him in that seat. Okay? All right. They're not giving a rat's butt if he's falling asleep or whatever. But then they also want him to do well on the test. So what was his grade point? What was his percentage on the test? He got quiet. It was 100%, wasn't it? He's got my brain. So thankfully, yeah, it was. They were like, yeah, it was. And I go, and what do you have to complain about? The teacher got real quiet. Those are requirements that the state when I was living in California is what they want. And I looked it up. And by the way, teachers and parents, do not treat your kid just because you're jealous of a child who can outsmart you, who has a higher ability in learning than yourself. Do not squander and be mean to that. Thankfully, Devin had a younger teacher who went and said something about my son. Hey, my son was doing his proper work. And the teacher was bullying, and I've seen more teachers bully than the other way around. So yeah. Yeah, well, they knew that the dogs were loose. They just let them go. So I wasn't the only. Your dog is scaring me. It's either going in a pack of 3 when they go out, which is a pack. Anything more than 2 is a pack. And they were hurting other people's animals. And they said, we're either going to take you to court or we're going to see what we can do. And they called the pet control to take care of it because they wouldn't do it. They thought that no one would do anything. There was a lot of people with small pets that let their pets out and have no problems with other people not taking care of their dogs in our neighborhood. So yeah, they learned real quick that my neighbors do own uh they do own guns, and they will use them. And they told them, hey, we will use them. We're not going to, we'll shoot your dogs. Your dogs need to be kept in the thing. And they were just too busy partying it up. So that's what I've had to deal with. uh, and 8 of my chickens I can't afford to buy right now. Not that I'm using them. I bought them for my personal, because I've always wanted chickens. So I bought chickens, and then when chickens, they get old, they die out. The heat. This is Nevada. This is not like the Midwest, and even the Midwest is going through some heating. It's been a hot summer, so please stay cool, hydrated, flowing share. I have I have some people that are not really my friends or frenemies on TikTok, and I know that. That's why they're doing all the things that they are. So what every time they do that, I will leave early. Obviously, they do not care for me. I have a lot of enemies who are just jealous. They have no life whatsoever, and they'd have a better life if they just move on and leave me the fuck alone. It's just the way it is. So we're getting near the hour time, and then I'll go do my cooking. My HelloFresh came in, so I get to cook. I cooked yesterday, so yeah. So I'm very happy about uh, more or less. I'm just been listening to Morg and going, yeah, that makes sense. My dad used to joke, he goes, pick a god, we got more than one. We really do. And he had friends that would go to his church. When I got about 18, my dad just said, I love to, go to the churches that go more close to what we believe in. But we went to a church where people believed in Gnostics. Oh God, my mouth is so dry. Yeah, I smoked before I got on here. Dry weed. Anyway, Gnosticism is what I was brought up on, and we would talk about it. And my dad would say, you are so powerful. Just meditate, and things will come to you. So remember, guys, keep your meditation, share your knowledge, and keep the good vibe going. Don't let the naysayers. I deal with a lot of negative, bad people because they have no. We all have the spark of life, but they're in a different part of their life. It could be a lower vibration. And you got to remember, there are people you're going to deal with lower vibration. And TikTok should have it where not everybody should see you. I think TikTok should have an 18 plus. And if you talk about stuff, which is patty cake and which is going on the internet and finding sex, let's just be honest. If I'm going to, OnlyFans has the best looking men to have sex with that will pay you. I'm going to be honest with you. You know, you get paid to have sex with men on OnlyFans. I mean, and they're good looking. I just didn't get, the whole idea. I got a lot of people who didn't. I lost money, and it really costed me. So you got to use it as, if you are making good money, then that's it. That's if I would have been making good money, I wouldn't have been working at the chicken factory and had all the people and that I have met in my life that I care about. So there's a reason why things happen. Maybe my road is different than most people, and that's why it didn't work at OnlyFans. But it's not meant for everybody. It really isn't. If you're a married woman and in a relationship where your significant other is not going to feel comfortable with you having sex with different men, it is what it is. I'm not saying it's a bad sight. I'm just saying, number one, wear your rubbers. Number two, understand that these girls haven't had a test, let alone a drug. You don't know what kind of drugs they're using. You don't know when they had their VD test or if they got BD. It's just putting it out there. I'm just putting out all the stuff that I was told by other guys that, do you have a health card? And I go, yeah, I have my health card. When was it done? Oh, it was done 2 weeks ago. Really? And I go, yeah, I do mine every month. And I had a guy who would just talk to me. He never even touched me. And it was like, really? It just is what it is. You get, people who just want somebody who takes care of business, I guess. Yeah, so I took care of that because that's my health. That is, that's why I'm going crazy about not having. I work out and my stomach is just, yeah, it's. I can paint on a 8-pack, but in front, if you look at me in front, it looks totally flat. It's just when I do the side view, so I just keep it like up front. Sexy. Woo-hoo. So I will see everyone tomorrow at 6 or 7. I don't know how things go, but I am on TikTok as. Let me see. What am I on as TikTok? Goddess middle finger. TikTok as Goddess middle finger. Yeah. And that's what I have that. And that's where I've had most of my frenemies in there. I worked with a person at the chicken at my work, and they were not mentally well at all. They were not well. Not at all. And when anybody hires, you think, and I know helping this person out, they're needing help, and that's You know, we all know what it's like when you can't pay bills and when you can't do this, and you go and you get a job and you're very grateful. And a lot of people that we've hired that are very grateful, you know, have stayed and worked hard. But you get the few that will come in and think that it's a joke and think that you don't need to come in every day. And that's not the way it goes, you know. So please keep, you know, when you're in a workplace, remember some other people could be having a really bad day. You may have gotten up, went to work with no, be married to a Karen. They might be married to a Ken. You don't know what's going on in their house. So please be kind to your coworkers. Um, Spread your love. You know, there are people who are negative. Pray for them, really do. You know, I don't pray to a God or whatever. I just imagine love and light enveloping them. And you could do, I do everyone at work. I think of everyone and I say my work's name, the real name, and I envelop them. I have certain people at work that I care about. I know they're going through certain problems and I pray special for them, but I do pray for my enemies because I don't think mentally they're sound. And that's the reason why they are after me. I have no idea why somebody for over almost 2 years would go on my internet. So, yeah, everyone, take care. Bye.